Block everybody around me. We couldn't communicate anymore. We only communicate via email. So I think 3 weeks after I left, because they will give you like a time frame, like a month or two, hoping to see that maybe you will come back and beg as it's in their head now for you to come and beg. So when he didn't see me come back or try to contact anybody, because before they validate themselves by talking to different friends. So our marriage was just an open marriage because everybody know. So instead of him to talk to me, he will call A will call me, B will call B. So everybody knew what was going on. Even my friends, then they'll be calling, they will be like, Beauty, not all of us they manage now. Everybody they manage their own, make all of us they patch. I'm like, I beg, if I want patch, make una patch because I'm not go fit again. So anyway, when I left, 1 month or 2 months after, I got an email from him. Because I couldn't pack my things now. This is a marriage for 10 years, so properties and everything's clothes, and me, I like clothes and fashion, so I have a lot of things in the house. So I just packed the few things that I could lay my hands on, like the valuable things I know I really liked, and left. So majority of them were still stuck in the house. So after he gave me 1 month, 2-3 months, he didn't see me come back. I got an email from him that he took a picture. I'll put a picture there to be there. He took a picture of my properties, that he moved all my remaining properties in the house, put them inside the van, took a picture of them for me, and kept them in the van, rented a storage, and told me that this is where my belongings are. That whenever I'm ready, I should go and pick up those things. So I sat down after. I started asking myself, so imagine if I had spent 20 years, because people like this, whether you spend 20, whether you spend 30 years, whether you spend 15 years, whatever they do to you when you're 10, that's the same thing they will do you 20 years. That is the same thing. They don't change. And the longer you stay, the longer the hatred, the longer you lose yourself, the longer you lose, they will take everything from you. Even your children, they will take your children away from you. Is it court? I never even started to talk about legal battle safe. So you have to be wise. The person you marry and the person you're divorcing is a total different ball game. Man, woman, please open your eyes. Make sure you choose a kind person. Because people like this, from day one of the marriage, but you have to open your eyes to see beyond what you are seeing now.
So yeah, I'm sure you watched the video of the lady, and I penned some things down that she said. Obviously, she just left her marriage, and she's apparently in an abusive marriage. As someone who's divorced, the first red flag I was able to see in the video was that she said from day one, you get to know them. So if you have known him from day one, why did you remain? Why did you go ahead to marry him when you knew him from day one and you still went ahead to marry him and you stayed in the marriage for 10 years? That was the first mistake I fault her for. The truth is, I am not blaming anyone. I've not heard the story from the other guy, from the man. But the truth is, when you see red flag is always red flag. Don't ever ignore red flag. So I fault her for that. Secondly, she said that the person you know when you got married is definitely not going to be the person you will know when you're divorcing. So I disagree with that. Some of us remain constant. We remain constant from beginning to the end, in the sense that, you see, some of my friends will always tell you that a leopard in Nigeria or a leopard in maybe Ghana will not come to America and come and become a lion, or will not come to America and come and become an elephant. A leopard cannot change its skin. So the way someone is when you met them, even when you were in the relationship, and when you are now, divorcing, that's how they will be. That's people don't change. Once someone has crossed age 18, especially age 18, you can hardly change them because they are adults. The period between birth and age 18, children, they are called children. They are meant to be molded in the way you want them to be. That is why the Bible, the Holy Book, said, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he or she is old, he or she will not depart from it. The truth is that, okay, like myself, I was raised in a Christian home. I was not just raised in a Christian home, I was raised in one of the most religious church in Nigeria. My father was even a pastor from there. Recently, I was trying to get a role in one of the organizations, and they checked my background in Australia. I've lived in Australia before. They checked my background in Australia. They checked my background in Canada. They also checked my background in America. Not a single record of, not even driving record. Now, what I'm trying to say is that the way someone is, the person will be consistent. That is the way the person will be. If I had been a very bad person in Australia or a bad person in Canada, I've been in America now I've been here since 2022. I have not had a single ticket. I don't have anything bad to my record. Not even, nothing. So I have been constant, and I have left Nigeria since 2017. So I've been out of the country. Now it's going to 9 years, right? What I'm trying to say is that I have been constant. So when you marry someone, when you marry anyone, the person you married, you saw the person when you were marrying the person. It was you that was ignoring the person. That is why I vehemently say, when you want to truly know someone, so that you don't get beclouded, you don't get clouded with judgment. You don't judge. You don't want to see red and be calling it purple. Don't get intimate with them. Let me call it in plain language. Don't have sex with anyone. If you want to know someone, in Yoruba they say, tó bá fẹ́ mọ̀yàn dáadáa, tó bá fẹ́ mọ irú èèyàn tó jẹ́, do not go to bed with them. Then you will not be beclouded with whatever you see. The truth is, people will show you who they are. That is why, for me, I fight against long distance relationship. Not that it doesn't work. Sometimes it works. If both of you commit to it, it works. But you see, what you will see on the phone, sometimes because most times when you're on the phone with each other, you are either you're at your best, you're at your best, you're showing your best self. You guys are, putting up appearances. You guys are, forming. But when you are together, the person can just barge out at your house, knock on your door, and come in. They have leeway to come to you at any time. You go out together, you see the way they treat people. You probably spend weekends together and all that. You will get to see them for who they truly are. You will not be making excuses when you see red flag flying all over the place and you're going to be turning into green. I am sure that is why I advocate, do not marry someone for a reason. Don't marry someone that you don't truly love. I watched a video yesterday, a small video. I'm going to probably discuss about it now. The white man was asked, what if you're going to advise someone to get married? Who should someone marry? The man said, marry someone that, even if they are wrinkled, even if their body is old, even if they are blind or sick or whatever has happened to them, you will still love them the way they are. It means that you must marry the soul. So, what my sister is saying here is that she's apparently being with someone who doesn't truly, love her. Because he's not even fighting for the marriage. He's already packing her properties and putting it in storage. Already wanting to let her go or something. So the reality is, the guy is just showing himself. All that he has shown himself, but the sister could not, cope for too long. She she's just like fed up now, and that is a typical typical example of what a lot of women go through. They don't leave until they are choked, until they are fully up here. Meanwhile, the whole story, they fly for your face like this, say this guy no good, this guy is a bad guy, but yet you guys will just want to stay there and stay there and stay there. In the video, she never talked about children, so I don't know. She never talked about children. Maybe she has children, or maybe she didn't have children. She never talked about it, so I wouldn't say okay. She stayed back because of children, but I'm sure 10 years she probably had children. But long story short, a leopard does not change its skin. And please, when you see red flag from the beginning of a relationship, don't ignore it. Once you see red flag in the beginning of a relationship, it's going to, that red flag that you saw, it will never disappear. Rather, it's going to magnify. It's going to be it's going to be escalated. It's going to be, for example, if a man has been, putting his hands on you while you were dating, it's going to get worse when you're in the relationship, because love is never enough in a marriage. At a point, you guys will be fed up of each other. At a point, you will be tired of seeing each other. You'll be wishing that you guys, sometimes you will need a break. But the only thing that can put the two of you together is to determine that this must work. What can keep you guys going is to be determined that this relationship must work. I think this is what I think about this lady's story. There's more to it. She left a lot of things. She ignored red flags, and she's paying dearly for it now. I hope the children are not paying dearly for it as well. Thank you for watching. This is my little cent about our story. I'll see you again. Bye.